Hello, friend. RG12 here again. It's a very grim, dark, rainy day here in South Cumbria, northwest England. I've just been out with Rocky, my dog, and I've decided to do my video indoors. As well as it being grim weather-wise, it's grim politically and particularly with the horrific events from Manchester and the attack on innocent people going about their business at a synagogue in Manchester. Manchester, a place not too far from me, where I used to go to the football, used to go shopping, and I regularly use the airport to go on holiday. My heart goes out to those affected. What I can say is, personally, my personal opinion, these hate marches, because that's what they are, hate marches, need to be stopped. People should show some decency. It's fine. We should all have the right to demonstrate, but when you're calling for the destruction and genocide of an entire people, that goes beyond what a demonstration is about. God bless you all. May you find peace. So yesterday was my wife's birthday. Should have been a really happy day. And it started off, I bought a breakfast in bed, gave her cards, wished her happy birthday. And then I foolishly put the TV on and was met by these horrendous events from Manchester, which put a bit of a dampener on it. We were going to go out to have a meal at lunchtime. We got in the vehicle, in the car, and it wouldn't start. So we had to call out a mechanic, and the battery was drained. It's so frustrating that it was to do with the lights. Basically, the side lights had been left on. How foolish did we feel? So the meal was put on hold. But like I say, in comparison to what had happened in Manchester earlier, that was a minor thing. We tried to have a good day. We went out for a walk down the Ulston Canal. If you look at yesterday's video, you could see us doing that, and I'll put it at the end of this video so you can click on it and watch it if you like. It was nice to get a bit of fresh air, but the theme of the day carried on in a negative light, sadly, and we both found we had pretty bad upset stomachs. Like I say, that's nothing. We were still together, me and my wife Rocky. We still love each other, and we're still so happy to have each other. So if you've got people around you, cherish them. Cherish every minute, every day, every second, because you never know what's around the corner. It's so easy to say, isn't it? But there's far too much hate in the world. It's just nice to be nice now and again. When you're walking around, where I live, it's quite a friendly place. People walking past, particularly when you have a dog, will say good morning, good afternoon, hello. You get the odd person that ignores you, whatever you, which it annoys you when you say good morning and they completely blank you. And as my wife said, how do you know they're not deaf? Fair enough. But on the whole, people are generally friendly. So if you can say hello and smile, it can make someone's day, especially if they're alone. Loneliness is a terrible thing, and there's millions of people in this country that are alone. So bear that in mind, because I think we're all losing, including myself. I'm one of the worst. I'm a hypocrite. Look at yourself before you look at others, and I do. We need to get back to decency, common values. As I say, I prefer to have a Christian country because that's how I've always been brought up. It's worked. It's brought a union, like the flag behind us. It's brought people, the English, the Scotch, the Irish, the Welsh, everybody together as one united kingdom. Centuries of warfare and bloodshed have gone on to create that union. We should not be losing that union in today of all days. Men that have fought in the wars. This is what really breaks my heart. If they could see their country today, the division that we have, the hatred, they'd be thinking, oh, what was it for? They died for a better future, and we'll always be eternally grateful to them. So, as I say, it's quite a somber time at the moment. And the real sad thing is, when people see something, of a terror attack, they're not surprised anymore. That's shocking. Horrific crimes, murders it's not surprising anymore. In this country, we read about other countries where things are happening and you sort of, it goes over your head and then it happens on your doorstep. When I fought in the Falklands War, it appeared to me 1 minute I was in the middle of a war zone, and then I was on an aircraft, a ship, an aircraft. I was back in the United Kingdom and life was going on as normal. It's the same. There's conflict, there's horrors, take Nigeria and places like that, where Christians are being massacred, churches burnt down. It doesn't get any media attention. It doesn't fit the mainstream media narrative, so they ignore it. And if it wasn't for social media, I mean, I know hardly anybody's watching this. I don't matter. I matter to myself. But if it wasn't for social media, a lot of these things that are going on in the world, people wouldn't know about. People have been given a voice. Our news channels are more like propaganda channels. They're just, they don't give you the news. When I was growing up as a young boy, the news came on. It told you the news. If there was a car crash in Wolverhampton, if there was a murder in Milton Keynes, if there was a presidential visit, a football team won the FA Cup, they'd tell you. But they didn't tell you what to think. They didn't say, shame on you if you support a certain political group. And that's how it should be still today. They've got no right to dictate to us what we do, what we should follow, our values. It's about freedom of choice. And my choice at the moment is to renew my faith, my eternal faith, and I'll always be proud of my country. I'm not happy with this country as it is at the moment, the way it's going, but I'm proud of it. I'm proud of what we did. I'm proud that my great country, this great country, Great Britain, abolished and helped abolish slavery. Doesn't get mentioned enough. Children in this country at school, I believe, are brainwashed by left-wing, far too many left-wing teachers. Once again, when I was at school, I was taught maths, English, geography, woodwork, science. I didn't need to be taught about slavery or how bad the British government, the British Empire was. You learn things when you grow up, and I have, and it's all out there, information. Teachers should get back to teaching the core subjects and let them decide what they want to do when they grow up, when they're adults. Do not brainwash them into don't beat them mentally into your way of thinking. You're a teacher. Teach them right and wrong, good and evil, fair, but just teach them. Just teach the kids the core things they need when they grow up. Arithmetic, writing. Not so much writing now, is it really? Because most things are done online. Handwriting's, my handwriting wasn't brilliant anyway, but my son's was quite good. But now with texting and the internet emails and stuff, writing, it's sort of a lost art. So we're all here waiting for Storm Amy, it's called now. It's just becoming a little bit windy in here, but we're used to pretty bad weather up here in the far north of England, and hopefully everything will be fine until the next storm, which we're given a name. And that's another thing. when I was growing up, storms weren't given names. I think that's something else we've inherited from America. It's not a bad thing, but it was just called weather. The same as how they pushed the narrative of the global warming and it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. It was red hot when I was a kid. The one bad thing was we weren't wearing sunblock, so we got burnt. And your parents would put chamomile lotion on you, especially on your shoulders and your head. Which reminds me of when we were sailing down to the Falklands, round about Ascension Island, and it was roasting. We were doing PT and stuff on the decks, and a few of the soldiers got burnt, quite badly burnt, blistered. I've seen there was one lad who was in my rapier detachment who had quite big blisters on his back. For getting sunburnt and blistered, the physical training instructors made us leapfrog over each other's backs on the helicopter pad. And if you went sick with them, you got fined, because your body, when you're a soldier, you're a piece of equipment, and because you've burnt that piece of equipment, you get punished, even though we were given no direction about the heat of the sun. And obviously, this wouldn't happen in this day and age. But that was then. And that's why I always wear a cap now as well, particularly because I don't have any hair. So wherever you are in the world, I hope somebody says hello to you and smiles, wishes you a good day. And for now, God bless. And RG12 out. Oh, and don't forget, if you are watching this, please like, subscribe, and share. It means a lot to me. Thank you.